Hi, I'm Michael Sifo, and welcome to this installment of the Soberthon. So today we're going to focus on baseball, and in particular the MLB, and in particular pace of play. When Robert D. Manfred, aka Rob Manfred, aka your boy Rob, got named Commissioner of Baseball, he wanted to get two things done. One, make MLB baseball games shorter in length, and two, make MLB baseball way more exciting. I'm not gonna lie, while I wasn't exactly opposed to Rob Manfred's ideas, I was kind of skeptical of what he was gonna try. I love baseball because to me, it's one of the few popular sports where you have to be patient and relaxed. Don't get me wrong, I love the 500-foot home run bombs, I love the leaping, diving grabs, but it's the idiosyncrasies and nuances of baseball that make it, well, baseball. In what other sport do you see a team get so worried that another team knows their signs and they need to congregate to figure out a new plan? Or the chess game between pitcher and batter? Or when to put a reliever or a closer in a close game, ... looking at you, Buck Showalter.
Moment to send the Toronto Blue Jays into the ALDS against the Texas Rangers, and he knew it as soon as the ball left the bat.
Well, everybody in the ballpark knew that was gone.
But I'll admit, I might be in the minority because the fact is, a lot of millennials cannot sit down and watch a full 9-inning game of baseball. Never mind the fact that ratings were down up until the World Series this year, because fact is, every sport's having this problem right now. But the average fan in baseball is unsurprisingly really old. Depending on who you get your information from or who you talk to, the average baseball fan or average baseball watcher, if you will, is somewhere in between 52 to 55 years old. Anyone who's into business knows this is a problem, as youth drive revenue sales. Teenagers and people in their 20s have the most disposable income. I know I'm not the first one to make this revelation, and despite a lot of teenagers thinking they have no money, trust me, you'll have the most money ever to spend on useless crap. And I'm not even gonna start with the decreasing number of kids under the age of 18 playing baseball. It's almost down 41%. 41%. Long story short, as a fan, this made me open to try anything. Besides, Rob Manfred, aka Robbie Fresh, might be onto something. Even I, a sports writer, admittedly a pretty bad one, am starting to notice my attention wane a little bit when watching baseball. So imagine how taken aback I was when I realized that man who was smart enough to notice that before anyone else, youth need to watch their sport more, came up with such crappy rules on how to improve pace of play. If you don't notice what those rules are, I'm gonna put a graphic up for you right now. Here's a graphic. As you can see from the graphic, the absolute best Rob Manfred, aka R Doggy, could do was the intentional walk rule. Really? The walk rule was the best that they could come up with? Come on, man. To me, there's two issues that could have been addressed that he completely missed the boat on. The first is obvious, and it's commercials. There's a commercial literally at every break, every half inning, every inning, and every pitching change. And if there's one thing that slows down pace of play, it's commercials. However, commercials are essential, and not just from a monetary perspective. Sure, commercials are one way the MLB actually pays the bills, but as a viewer, it allows you to refresh and recharge. That could mean anything from going to the washroom, to getting some food, to even getting an alcoholic beverage, or in my case, a non-alcoholic beverage. Does that mean that 6 minutes worth of commercials per every inning is too much? Yes. Yes, it does. And sometimes those commercial breaks are longer. But think about it. Why would a musical or play have an intermission? Or why would a YouTube or Netflix video have a pause button? Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying commercials are amazing, and I'm not even saying commercials need to be that long, but I'm saying they're needed. So on comes the second reason, and that's pitchers and position players themselves. Look, as ridiculous as a pitch clock sounded at first, I kind of like the idea that Rob Manfred, aka Rob Buckets, was going on when he said something like that. Some of these pitchers take an absurd amount of time to pitch. David Price, looking at you. And batters aren't exactly absolved from negatively affecting pace either. Look, I'm all for a guy getting out to collect his thoughts after a 99-mile-an-hour fastball comes hurling towards him. But do you have to leave the box after every single pitch? That, along with catcher coming to the mound after a guy reaches second base, the good old-fashioned bullpen guy coming out to warm up after he just spent 10 minutes warming up in the bullpen, and my personal favorite, the routine flyout and then throwing it around the mound, and then you see the problems. It's too many guys taking too many liberties with the lack of time limit, and too many commercials. Now here's the thing. Pace of play equating to a lack of viewership and an older fan base is a speculative reason. It's not 100%. So I can kind of see a player's point when they say they don't care about pace of play. But with that kind of attitude, they may be responsible for the lack of kids playing the game today. In my humble opinion, Rob Manfred, aka R Squared, missed the boat on what really needed to be changed. While he is onto something, he needs to be more drastic with the rule changes on pace of play. Then and only then will we see if those were truly effective solutions to the MLB problems. Okay, that was the video. If you liked it, please subscribe, and remember, follow Fan Eye Sports on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Facebook is Fan-I Sports on the group. Twitter is Fan Eye Sports, all one word, all lowercase. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Well, you don't really see me, but I'll see you. Well, you see me, but I don't see you. Yeah. Anyway, next video is going to come up really soon.